Yo, welcome to another episode of the BJJ GOONS podcast. I'm your host, Tim, the Mushmaster Spriggs, and with me is my co-host.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's Nico Ball, no new Nico. Glad to be back for another week, another late Friday night, man. Tim, we have the worst filming schedule, but we like to bring it to y'all.
We do. Maybe we should just change the day. We don't even have a day,
We're
but
gonna
if we
have to
did,
figure
we
it
need to
out.
change the day and figure it out because we have so much content coming to you guys. We have our BJJ GOONS Patreon where we have match critiques, we have breakdowns of techniques, we got bonus episodes, we got town halls. By the way, Patreon subscribers that have not been able to see the town hall, we have the recording. We will be releasing it on the 1st. So please don't get your panties in a bunch.
It is the first. The first is like tomorrow. It's like almost the first. It's time to
almost the
pay rent,
first.
y'all. It is time to
It's the
pay
first of the
rent.
month. Wake up, wake up. It's the first of the month. Nico, what's going on with
The
you?
first is Sunday. It has been a long ass day, Tim. It's been a long day. I got woken up to I knew yesterday that there were issues because I like run a company in Brazil, so I have a person like a partner or per se, or I don't know, it would be a partner, but like slightly under.
An underling, yes.
So he runs the production. He's supposed to be like the person that everybody like goes to, like the production of clothes, the production of content. Because we have like another person that we work with, like a photographer, a videographer, and a shooter and an editor. And apparently there were some communication issues that I was not aware of because I was just kind of letting him handle. So I've been like, he kind of blew up on everybody. He got very emotional. And I've just been kind of handling the blowout. Like I've had to talk to like 3 or 4 people from yesterday, today, all in Portuguese.
Wow. So you got drama in 2 different languages, essentially.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a pain. It's like when you wrestle, like when you set up shows, it's just like you just have to be an athlete and go to the shows, don't you? You don't have to like sit there and negotiate anything.
No, you definitely got to negotiate at some point. And you
Mm-hmm.
have to deal with people. No matter what you do, you have to deal with people. No matter what profession, you still need some kind of bedside manner if you're going to be doing any kind of business, and you're going to have to deal with drama and ego. So, yeah, it's more than just setting up stuff.
Yeah, I mean, dealing with people is one thing. Managing people, I'm realizing it's a whole other thing. And then my partner is not very good at like just managing people. And it's funny because I specifically told him like the person one did something to like do my website. Like we had like a website sponsor. We promote that, like that's a service that you pay for. So he changed something on the website, and then he was setting up like something for my Instagram account. And I was like, yo, that has nothing to do with like what would be like a partnership that we would have. Like that's something that you have to tell him we're gonna pay him for. And he's like, nah, it's good. And then of course they all blew up, and it was over money. I was like, I wish the song like Cream translated into Portuguese. Like I need to find an equivalent. Like, I mean, how are you gonna translate that? Cash rules everything around you. Like that's what I keep trying to tell him. Like, cause my partner, he's getting emotional. And he's like, oh, he's not focused. And I was like, I work in social work, so it's hard to say this, but it's like, focus doesn't really matter. Focus don't pay people. Like he don't need to be focused, he need to be paid. And like, that was the problem. I told you needed to tell me he was going to get paid and you didn't. And so like.
Wow. Damn. Sounds like your partner got caught with their pants down.
I mean.
And the reason why I'm saying that, because we were having a discussion earlier about gear and a very controversial subject. To me, it's not controversial. To me, it's open and shut. But to some people, this is a controversial topic. So, Nico, let's get right into it.
All right. All right. So, what we're gonna go over gear rating. So, like, what question that I had for you was, just going through different things from different brands. So, like, I have a lot of friends.
Yes.
I got a lot of friends that keep asking me for like recommendations for stuff.
Yes.
So we're gonna go through and we're gonna see like what, for example, like what is your favorite gi? I'm sorry, you threw me off. You skipped like a whole section of the outline. So yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm like sitting there
Okay.
stumbling
So
over shit. We ain't going back now.
so
We're not gonna go back. But that just kind of threw me off because he just like, I was not expecting to be like, oh yeah, I didn't have a setup for that. He just kind of threw me in there. But
I
yeah,
just wanted
thanks,
to
Tim. There
segue
we
into
are.
it.
Let's rate some shit. Here we go.
Well, no, I was
I'm
going to
having a
say
nice conversation. I thought we was in here about to have a conversation for a little bit. He threw that hard. All right. Anyway, yeah. What's your
no,
favorite
no,
gi,
no, no.
Tim?
My favorite geek. Well, first of all, no, because I was just thinking about the conversation we just had about spats, which we'll
We just
go
had a
into now.
conversation about yeah, about stats.
Spats,
Spats.
spats, and whether or not it was okay to wear just plain spats, or do you wear shorts over them? And I wanted to know what your opinion of it was.
My opinion is definitely, I really don't give a fuck. Actually, I guess
You don't care.
I don't really care. Like you were saying that you think that like girls should wear spats as well, but
No,
like no,
no.
no, I'm
I
sorry,
say
not
shorts
just
over
spats,
the
shorts over their
spats.
spats, and like
Everyone should.
I've never like I think men should because it just looks weird, especially if, like I don't know, it's very weird to have like men all like looking like a superhero. Like they kind of look like it's giving Spider-Man. Just like I don't think men should wear short shorts. Although when we get to like that
Mm,
kind of my short recommendation contradicts that, but we're not going to get into my contradictory ways right now. I think men should definitely rock shorts over their spats, but like I don't. I'm used to like a Sadiq. And you say we don't have that culture, but Sadiq be running around with no shorts all the time. So it's like, it's acceptable. It's a tolerable. We'll put this on a scale of tolerable level with men. I give it a 6, and with women a 10.
as far as what? Spats?
Spats with no shorts.
All right, here's my thing with spats with no shorts, okay? I don't want to see your moose knuckle. I don't want to see your camel toe. Like, put some shorts on. I don't even think spats are like practical at all, first and foremost. Why would you wear spats? What is the purpose of wearing spats? Is it a fashion statement? Is it going to make your jujitsu better? Like, I
I
wore spats
mean,
once.
losing weight, if you're trying to like lose weight and sweat stuff out, or if you're worried because like things are nasty or like open wounds that you want to cover, spats have like practical reasons, but not solo spats.
Yeah, you just need to wear shorts over those bad boys because like if that's the case, then I should say, oh, go, I'll just wear compression shorts on the mat.
That tone was giving, that's not a good enough reason.
Or I should wear like pro wrestler pants, like the tights, like they
Oh, what
wear,
if
like a
somebody
more.
came in a singlet? Like, because wrestlers wear singlets. So then that kind of justifies the whole spats.
We're not
Like,
wrestling. And when wrestlers go to practice, they don't wear singlets. And now they started letting wrestlers wear shorts. So no, no, I don't want to see. I don't want to see your moose knuckle. I'm sorry. I don't want to see your moose knuckle. Apologize, man. I apologize if I offends people, but I don't want to see it. And I think it's a party foul. And at Crazy 88, you cannot just walk in there wearing spats. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
all right, but let's get to the practical aspect. Do you wear spats, Tim? Because then the
No,
next
fuck
thing would be
no.
okay, but like we need to like recommendation.
Okay,
I
so
was
all
like,
right, so
do you
let's
know any
recommend
good
me some
spat
gear.
brands? Like for
So
me, for women, I like Virus International. I think Virus, they also have men's. They have men's. I like it because they have like
mhm.
the little pocket for your cell phone, but it's not really a pocket that's like you probably couldn't compete in that. But they're great training spats.
Yeah,
Yeah. So that
as
would be
far
my recommendation. What about you?
as far as spats, just spats. The only spats I've tried a couple pairs of spats. BHCS had a nice pair. They always have nice stuff. Like if I was gonna cut weight or wanted to be a weirdo, I would totally wear with the VHTS spats they used to have. Um, You know, it's weird though. Like when it's cold, I wear long johns. So I guess it's just like wearing spats, but I usually wear that under another top layer of clothing. So
Wait. Let's go back to the spats. Actually, now that think about it, like, is there a lot of camel toe when girls be doing nogi? Is there like a lot? Is that a common thing
I
that we're just
would,
not?
I mean,
Tell
I
the
don't
truth.
go
We need to
around
know. Listeners need
looking.
to know. Don't let listeners need to
I
know.
don't, I cannot confirm or deny, but I'm just saying, like, hypothetically, at my gym, we don't wear spats. So I wouldn't see any camel toe because we don't. But I'm just saying, if it's sweaty down there for guys and it's sweaty down there for girls, that's what typically happens if you don't have anything covering it.
I mean, that's what I'm like.
All right.
But
Anyway,
what is oh anyway? Okay,
next
shorts. Let's move on to
recommendation
shorts. Let's move on to
for the
shorts.
newbies in BJJ. What is your favorite training gear brand? So far, we've done spats. What's the next
Let's go to
item?
shorts. It kind of goes right over that. And
Okay.
I want to delve into short length as well. Cause my
Mm-hmm.
recommendation, one short that I like, I don't often wear nice shorts when grappling other than compression shorts. But
Mm-hmm.
I really like the VTHS shorts. And they are kind of like a shorter kind of brand. Like
Yes.
they look mad comfortable though.
Mm. When I have two recommendations for shorts and no-gi shorts. I think that they're interchangeable in a lot of ways. As far as shorts, if I'm grappling and I have a tournament, I'm going to wear my VHTS shorts. I'm not exactly sure what the name of the shorts are that I have that are all black with the VHTS written on the thigh, but those are really sick. I have a gold pair that I wore at ADCC 2019. I really enjoyed rocking those. I got a lot of compliments
So I
from the
took
ladies with
pictures.
those.
I took pictures of you in those.
Yeah, they were like, ooh. And then I wore those same shorts when I won Who's Number One.
You know, they're very nice. The fabric, it just kind of like clings to the muscles,
Yes.
but doesn't restrict movement.
Exactly. And I'm a small waist but big legs and glutes type person. And these are the best shorts that I ever wore for that, if I'm talking about grappling.
Could you repeat that last part just in case the ladies missed
Small
it?
waist, big glutes, big thighs.
Mm.
You know, I'm lean, muscular guy, you know. So I gotta be careful what type of shorts I wear because I don't want to split them or I don't want to run around with a wedgie or whatever.
Mhm. Okay, for just $5 a month, ladies and gentlemen, he's taking requests on our
Yeah.
Patreon. That's patreon.com/BJJ Just slide into those DMs. It's a little liberal over there.
For for professional wrestling, Cruise Combat, they have custom shorts. I got a pair of those, really nice for pro wrestling, and I haven't done any grappling in them, but I'm sure they would do fine because they're very sturdy. When it comes to anything kind of sports related, Perry Athletic, they have really nice shorts as well.
Oh, they do have nice shorts.
Mhm.
I'm mad I don't have
Yeah.
shorts. And that's the problem why I don't wear shorts often is because finding the proper cut is really hard. So it's like, even if like the VTHS shorts that are really nice, or the Perry shorts that are really nice, they make them their cut, they're perfect for men,
Mhm.
but companies don't always make the women's the same.
Nope, not at all. That's a huge issue.
Yeah. So
That's
that's
why
why
we,
I'm like,
yeah,
I'm out
we,
here wearing spats. We need to continue the spat conversation on Patreon and bring in some special guests to talk about this. Like, the people want to
yeah,
know. The public needs to know this.
yeah. Okay.
No,
Rash
my
Guard.
question about
Oh,
shorts. We're going back to the shorts
we're
though.
going
So
back to
it's like you're
shorts.
talking
Okay.
about you need to wear shorts over spats. People coming into jujitsu, they need to know these details. But what's up
Yeah.
with wearing short shorts? What if you out here wearing short shorts in no gi class?
All
What's up with
right.
that?
Here's the thing. If you're wearing shorts and you're wearing compression shorts under them, the chances of camel toe are very low.
Mhm.
It's not so much the skin, it's like the areola, the crotch areola that you may have, no matter what's going on down there for you. I think that's the big issue. Short shorts, as long as you don't got your ass cheeks out. And I don't think short shorts are necessarily good for grappling. And if they are short, it has to be a certain type of cut. Like I mentioned before with the VHTS shorts, if the cut's a certain cut, you're gonna not look crazy out there like you're wearing Daisy Dukes. I think when you're looking for gear, You have to know your sizes. So I know I like a 7-inch inseam on my shorts, and that took years to find out. And once you know your sizes, and then you can have a better idea of when you're looking for shorts, how they would fit on you. So I think a little bit of research goes a long way, and knowing what the fabric is going to do. And also just talking to upper belts that have it. And most gyms now, I think they sell gear anyway.
I mean, just because they sell gear doesn't mean it's good gear.
Not necessarily, but you can get an idea of like what the different types of fabrics are, and just
How do
ask upper
you
belts.
how do you know the inseam?
Because how or why?
How did you figure that out? Like, and do shorts, like they always tell you the inseam is in like the sizing chart? How are you figuring out the inseam to your grappling shorts?
When I was looking for custom shorts, I had to know the sizes. And then when I spoke with Perry Athletic about their cut of their shorts, I asked specifically what the inseam was. And it's and the same thing goes for like your regular clothes. It helps a lot. It's like with anything else. You just got to take a little bit of time to do the research of what you got and know your body type, and then buy it accordingly if you're going to do it right. And this is if you're a newbie in jujitsu. Go ahead though.
Makes sense. That makes sense. But how much are these custom shorts costing you?
Didn't cost me much at all. I was surprised by how little it
Specific
cost.
numbers for our listeners. Use
I
specific
forgot the
numbers.
number, but I do remember how it felt when I bought them. I was like, oh, okay, this is way cheaper than I thought it was. And they held up really well. I'm going to wear them this weekend.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, what I'm learning, what we should be taking from this is that layering is super important when you're training jujitsu. Don't be nasty. Not only is it important to smell good, but you also need to layer correctly. So, we're going to keep on going in. We're going down to compression shorts.
Yeah.
Compression shorts for me, like it's like, for women, I feel like it's give or take being able to find them. For men, I guess they're always available, but I really like Nike Pro Combat. Those are really dope. I have a couple pair that I've had forever, and Virus International also makes some like short shorts, but I feel like with women, it's like kind of in season whether companies are making them or not. So you got to kind of step out of the jujitsu industry, I think, and just go for what's going to be functional. Because, compression shorts are the last line between your ass and the rest of the world in a competition. And like guys that just wear boxers under their gis in competition,
Oh
that's
no,
going into this category as well.
no. Who
Because
does
that's
that?
a lot of people do
White belts? That's
that.
some white
A
belt
lot of
shit.
people do
That's
that,
some white
Tim.
belt shit.
So talk to us about compression shorts from a man's perspective.
I definitely don't get my compression shorts from jujitsu. I don't even know jujitsu companies make compression shorts that are meant to be worn under a gi, like your underwear. The first line of defense between your ass and the whole wide world. I go for name brands, specifically Nike, Under Armour, Adidas. Those are the best. I like
I've had under.
I swear by Nike compression shorts. Uh, they never do me wrong. They last a pretty damn long time. Reebok had some good ones a while ago. Um, I'm trying to remember one, but there's just one pair of Reebok compression shorts that aren't super spandexy. They're a little bit more fabricy, but they're some of the most comfortable underwear I've ever worn. And I would wear these as regular underwear. That's
I
how
was gonna
comfortable
say, is
those
it
compression
underwear or
shorts.
compression shorts? Because
It is
like,
compression shorts, but at the end of the day, you just want to make sure like you keep your package nice and tucked in. Your underwear is not loose, so you're gonna have a wedgie and it wicks the sweat away. You know what I mean? So you want to stay dry and cool down there while keeping everything tight and compact. So I would highly recommend that you go look for Nike or Reebok compression shorts. Yeah. And find a fabric that's good for you, because some people are really sweaty down there, or just find a fabric that works for you.
all right. So what kind of bubble are you living in that you're not seeing these people training in boxers with no compression shorts?
I see it. I've seen it once in a while, but I would like to think that the places that I train, we kind of got it under control. Now, there's one guy I've seen that's an upper belt that wears them, but he will remain nameless. and I respect his jujitsu, so I'll let him slide.
Is
Because I'm
it
like,
different? Like if you're like, what about tighty whities? You find that acceptable under gi
why the
pants? Like
fuck
that are
would you
not.
wear tighty
I
whities to
don't know. I
train?
just know a lot of people that
That's
don't
kind of
wear
like weird.
compression
Like I would
shorts.
be
I know
really
a lot
weirded
of people
out.
that don't
I
wear
would be
compression.
real. I just want to say before we continue, I would be extremely weirded out if somebody was wearing tidy whities under their gi. I'd ask for them to be
Or,
banned.
or briefs or
Lifetime
something
ban
that
from the
wasn't
gym.
boxes. Like, something that wasn't boxes. Boxes is a little bit
Nah,
baggy, but like a
man.
little bit,
Nah, you gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta get the fuck out. Sorry. You're
I've seen
done. You're
I've seen a lot of
done.
underwear. I've seen a lot of underwear.
That's wild. Tell them to get the fuck out. Next.
We're taking it on up, taking it
Yeah.
on up to the rash
Yeah.
guards. The rash guards, before you have your t-shirt, before you have the gi, it's important to have a rash guard before we get to brands.
Yeah.
No, I think like, should people with hairy chests always have to wear rash guards, even if it's in a gi? It's like, it's interesting because guys don't always bring a rash guard with them. Because when you go into like gi class and you have no rash guard, but like some guys that go into gi class with no rash guard, and it's like your chest is so hairy and so sweaty and dripping so much, you should have put on a rash guard. So is it something that you always bring to training with you? I guess is the question. If we're gonna,
I don't wear a rash guard under my gi. No. Not gonna go with it. As far as hairy people, as a courtesy, yes. But then you know what you could do is just not roll with them if possible. And if you're stuck with them, tough shit. I had to train with a guy named Mike Atkin, and he was one of the most hairy human beings in the history of the world. I still think that he may be a caveman. And he used to do pressure passing and sweat in your mouth, and you get hair all over in your mouth. And it was bad at times, but you know what it did? Do you know what it did for me?
made you
It
stronger.
it made me stronger, and it made me really good at retaining guard and shrimping away. Um, does that answer your question? Yeah. That's not
So,
something that I carry with me, but if you're a hairy person and you don't want to shave your chest for a reason,
all right, but also,
I, as a
so then
courtesy,
like, how often do you end up having to do no gi rounds with no shirt on then?
I don't do that at Crazy 88. I'd get in trouble.
Okay, we're not talking about crazy 88. We're talking about TLI, especially, I'm
If
thinking, and I'm specifically thinking of you and Garrett, because I'm gonna bring it to that. And then I'm gonna be like, have you not had to do at least the first to score with Garrett when him no shirt and no shorts and just spats? Because he seems like a spats wearer, or am I mistaken? Does he wear shorts over his spats?
I think MMA guys have a different set of rules. They do, because he definitely wears spats, but he gets a pass because he's really good. There's a different set of rules for MMA guys and the other guys, you know? And what was your question? Because you said a lot. Like you had a
The question
question.
was, have you rolled with Garrett? Yes or no? With him, no
Yeah, I
shorts
roll with
on
a
his
lot of
spats and
people.
no shirts.
I don't think so. Probably, maybe, but I don't think so.
Because most gyms like they don't let you do no get with no shirt. You need a shirt to no gi.
Yeah, but
True.
most gyms aren't
Huh.
training really hard. And they don't have those type of training settings where it's professionals or really serious guys. It's no pussies allowed. It's no normal students allowed. It's not even competition people allowed. Sometimes it's very select people in a certain setting that are doing that type of training. And I'm going to tell you something else. If we're in camp for something serious, or you're just in the vibe of training where we're all fucking serious. This is a serious class. This isn't even a class. This is a training session. This is war. You're going to be sweating a lot, and your rash guard is going to be worthless. Have you ever just gotten so sweaty that your rash guard just weighing you down, and it's just like a wet tire around your torso, just weighing you down full of sweat, and you just take the shit off because at the end of the day, it's weighing you down, and it's like you're just making yourself slower. You just And
That
you
makes
know
sense.
those
That's a
sessions
very valid
you can
point. That's
rinse
a
your
very
rash guard
valid
out,
point.
like how sweaty you get, like you rinse your rash guard out. Yo, that's absurd.
That really is absurd. And I have seen
So
it. I've
why would
seen
you have it
those
on? Take
run.
that shit off.
That makes sense. I guess I don't normally like get that sweaty. All right. MMA rules, like high level competition rules, are a little bit different. That does make
Yes.
sense. All right. So what brand of rash guard you taking off, Tim?
I love VHTS's Rash Guards, not only because it's great fabric, it's great material.
They're
It
your
lasts a really
sponsor.
long time, and they're an awesome sponsor.
This is where you drop your promo code. Don't you have a promo code?
Promo code Mushmaster at vhtsny.com so you can get a nice, cool rash guard like mine. I love their stuff. And they have different colors and shit, like in their color coordinated gear, not just the rash guard, but the shorts, they match. And I love that stuff. But when I won Who's Number One, I also liked Perry Athletics one, the black one with all the designs on it, the logos. Not even logos, it's artwork. That was a nice one too. And it made me look real buff in it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, those are my choices.
All right, for rash guards, for me, I really like for training. Well, I guess they do competition colors too, but Raven Sportswear, they're an Australian company, so they have a lot of like really dope designs. Like I have one with like, I don't know, like bird feathers that go down the sleeve. They have short sleeve, long sleeve. I have one that's like blue, like they're blue sleeved, and then I got it customized so it has like the Favela Jiu-Jitsu logo on it. So you can put logos in a couple different places, and it might be like a small upcharge. So they're really dope to get custom rash guards. And yeah, I think those are pretty much my favorite.
All right.
It's hard to find good.
It
Like I
is
use
hard to
a lot
find.
of like rash guard wise, I use a lot of Under Armour actually. That's why I don't have an answer for that.
Oh,
I just be rocking the Under Armour.
but as a woman, they have women's sizes. The only thing that, and they have it now, but primarily the only things that are really made for women in jujitsu are gis. They have a feminine cut, F1, F2,
Yeah,
F3,
and
F4.
yeah. And even
Well,
those, it's kind of like not uniform always. So like different companies are a little bit different, but we'll talk about that when we get into it. There was like rash guards. I think rash guards for women also like yoga tank tops are really popular. Like either you're under your gi or not, because there's layers to it. So you have the long sleeve rash guard, you have a short sleeve rash guard, you have a tank top for women, and then you have just like the sports bra. So were you gonna say something? Go ahead.
no, I was gonna let you finish. No, I just thought of something.
Question:
Go.
how do you feel about girls that just rock sports bras under their gi? Is that a lot of temptation, or is that normal? Oh, your
No,
face,
it's 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 normal.
normal.
Yeah, it's normal to me. I mean, I don't care if you want to have your titties out, I guess. I mean, it's brave. I it's very brave of you to do that in a situation like that. But I mean, it gets hot as fuck in there.
Yeah,
You
I
know what I'm
talked to somebody
saying?
who was giving like a private lesson. It's like a blue or a purple belt, and he was giving like a semi-private lesson. And he was like, "Yo, the girl is kind of nice, and she had some nice chest, and like I'm just really proud of myself." And like, but he expressed it was difficult.
No, it's just awkward because like when I'm teaching or when I'm focused and I'm training, like I just be staring off in the distance. So I don't want to think that I'm looking staring at her rack. I just wanted to think I don't want her to think that. And also if you're grappling, like if I'm grabbing you on the collar, I'm gonna push down on your chest. I might touch your titty. And it's very hard just to be, you know what I mean? Like if I'm gonna train hard, which is gonna be hard if you got your titties out. And I'm afraid like if you're wearing just a sports bra, I'm gonna slip and then your titty pops out. I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna get canceled.
That's
Which
a
I don't want
possibility.
to
That can
happen.
happen. I've seen people wear like some precarious things into training. It's like, why are you doing that? But anyway.
I have an urban legend to add. I don't know how much time we have on the show because we talked a lot about gear,
Yeah.
but I think it's important. Um, let's finish that and then I'll tell an urban legend if we have time.
All right, all right.
Well, not an
Yeah.
urban
We
legend,
got a
a
little bit
true
of
story.
time. So we'll finish it off with geese. Like you were saying,
Yeah.
it is hard especially for women. We lead in with women on this. It is hard to find the right size gi. Like one of my favorite brands has been Kings. Like, cause like you said, like before it was like you had to get like a normal A0 or an A1, but then they came out with like these F. So it's like hard to figure out. Like I love the King's Nano, but it's like, is it an F2 or an F3? Like sometimes like the top will fit, but the bottom won't. Like for gis, I guess like I also like a really barely legal gi. It's not like safado is what like Ali calls it in Portuguese. So it's like, you know, I don't like to have like really baggy pants. So like a badly cut female gi, like it's gonna give you those super baggy pants. I think even a baggy cut men's gi, because like some white belts be out there with like these super baggy gis. Like that's just extra stuff that people can use against you. People need grips in jujitsu. Don't give them grips. So getting a gi, whether you're a guy or girl, that actually fits you, you don't have to be an ass like me and try to get it extra tight. Because then it is a pain in the ass for your training partners, but getting one that fits you is important, especially if you suck at jujitsu, because you don't need to be giving people more stuff to grab up on, you know? So I like the Kings. I was also going to say, let me drop some other brands. Respeta, which is a Brazilian brand, and like Soltinho, which is an Angolan brand, but they have like gis and they're about to drop some new ones in America that have really dope backgrounds. So y'all should stay tuned for those because they'll be really dope.
I too am not a fan of the Steve Harvey cut gis, which is why I'm blessed to be sponsored by VHTS, because they were one of the first brands that have European cut gis where it fits you nice and they make it hard for you to get gripped.
Tim's got a tailor. He talking about European cuts and his inseam. Like, all right,
Yes, you
okay.
got to know your
We need to talk a
measurements.
little bit more about fashion. Okay, so
You got to know
VHTCS.
you got to know your measurements. When I walk out for my pro wrestling matches, I have the G2020 by VHTS, and I used to compete in that when I competed in the gi. I couldn't I couldn't recommend their gis any better. They're sturdy, they look fly as hell, and they sell out fast. So when you go to vhtsny.com and use promo code Mushmaster, you better do it fast.
Thanks. So before you respond to the last one, so before we wrap up the the part about fashion and whatnot, where did you shop for stuff?
Where?
Yeah, you gotta take it back before you were sponsored. Get like
Jiu-Jitsu Pro Gear, Corral.
Cool, Corral. That's old school. Corral,
NHB
that Corral
gear,
MKM.
NHB gear, Howard Combat kimonos.
Okay, can we take it back a little bit more recent? Like, where can people actually get keys now? Where does it
Oh,
still
I thought you
exist that
meant where
people?
did I? You said
Well,
go
I mean,
back.
like, because you're like, don't tell me VHTCS or VHTCS.
Where did VHS?
Because like, you know, some people are looking to be like not spend a lot. So for example, like with rash guards and stuff and compression shorts, like you
Oh
can buy those at
damn.
Marshall's.
No,
You can buy them
no,
cheaper. You
no,
what,
no,
like where are you gonna go
no,
pay full price?
no. You need to find a reputable gear company. Okay. I can't. What do you want me to say, Nico? Like,
Because not
look at the
everybody has
brands.
money to pay for everything. How much are grappling shorts? Grappling shorts are like $40 to
You want me
$70.
to Google it?
Yeah.
All right. So you want me to Google the shit? Like, you should know.
Because you
You
can't
can
say, I'm telling you it's too expensive. That's why I'm telling you that people need cheaper
too
alternatives. And
expensive,
you're
cheaper
saying
alternative.
that
All
they
right, and
don't.
take your ass
So
to Dick's
yes.
Sporting Goods and look like a fucking fool. Do
But like
that.
I'm saying, no, I said like for rash guards or things like, because again, like if you're wearing like Under Armour and Nike, you said even the compression shorts, Nike. But like what's the difference?
Yes.
You want to pay full price for Nike? You want to pay 30
All right.
30
Hold
to
on. Hold on. Hold on.
$40
Hold
for
on.
the
Hold on.
compression
Hold on.
shorts as opposed to going to pay 10 to 15?
Hold on a
Because you
minute.
don't want to go to Marshall's, Tim? Is that
All
what you're
right. So I
saying?
looked up no gi gear, right? And the first thing that pops up is thin blue line short shorts.
Where
Dude,
did you just look that up? I didn't say Google
Google.
it. I didn't say get the shit on Amazon, Tim. This is why we're
Hey,
trying
hey,
to lead people
RVCA got
right.
some
We're
nice
trying to
17
teach
inch mesh
people to
sport
be
shorts.
thrifty but not go wrong. Don't you leading them wrong.
How am I leading them wrong? I
Did you
told them to
just
go
go to
to
Google?
a reputable place,
But
not
did you
get
just
Blue
go?
Lives Matter shorts. How about that? Not them blue line shorts.
How
Go
is
to
Marsha's not a reputable
vhcs.com.
pet?
Go to say go to Albino y Preto. Go to these places that actually make jujitsu gear for jujitsu. Don't be like me and come into jujitsu with a fucking karate gi your first day and get strangled, or go to Chinatown and get a giant judo gi that's fucking huge that makes you look like Steve Harvey in his prime when he had a hairline that was worthy of national television. That's what I'm trying to tell these people to do, Nico. Not go on Google and get some thin blue line shorts. Like, I can't believe. See, that's why, you know what? I'm not even gonna go there.
You
I'm just
go
saying
where?
it's
You
a
can't
bad
believe
look for
what?
jujitsu when you say no gi gear and thin blue line shorts come out.
But
And
no,
there's a model with no ass in the picture. Nah, I'm sorry. Go to a
that
real
is not the
place.
look for jujitsu.
Go to a real
You wild,
place.
Tim. All
I
right. So I would
am.
not recommend going to Tim for recommendations of where to buy
I've
your
been
gear.
sponsored for the last 10 years. I don't fucking know what it's like to buy gear. I'm sorry. And that's not a flex. I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't have all the answers. I don't know. But Google is your friend, and your friends are your friends. If they tell you
We just learned that Google is not your friend, but your friends may be your friends. So, like, do
your
not Google
jujitsu
Nogi gear.
friends,
Jesus Christ, Tim, get you. We just learned. You just taught us Google is not your friend. Do not Google Nogi gear. Ask your friends. Ask your friends where they can buy. Like, because another thing is, like, they have websites like BJJ HQ where, like, they have like one thing that will come up that's like really cheap each day, whether it be like a backpack, but it's like from an actual brand, like 99 brand. 99 brand is actually a pretty probably cheap brand. I don't know. I won't buy it, but there are like some cheaper brands that are decent, but like finding the right size is a little bit hard. That is kind of the point of the thing. Tim's on his little bougie level, but that does make sense. There is a difference in quality between the brands that he's talking about. But not everybody can pay for that quality, which is, things that people reach out about. So, just reach out and ask some people. So close it up with your urban myth. Urban legend.
before I close out the show with legend from my time in training, I just want to say make sure that, when you're out here listening to this podcast, I'm assuming you're working out or on your commute. But when you're doing that, you're going to work up an appetite somehow, some way. So when you do, make sure you check out John's Fit Meals. John's Fit Meals is a meal prep company that I use to help me in my busy days of being a full-time athlete, whether it's jujitsu or professional wrestling. It helps me look great on camera whenever I'm doing a reality show like Who's Next, or whenever I'm doing a movie like The Realtor. That's where you can find me eating a John's Fit meal. Just use promo code BJJ Goons for a really nice discount and get your grub on. So here's the legend. All right. There was a guy that came to TLI HQ. Now, I heard this from someone that was there. I'm not going
Went
to name
there.
who,
Mm-hmm.
but they're training, and all of a sudden, this guy they're training with, he like is grappling, and then they see a pink thong riding up his ass, and all the upper belts are just talking to each other like, how the upper belts are at the team, like they're chilling on the sidelines where the lower belts are wrestling, like towards the end.
Yo,
They're like, hey, yo,
yeah.
the fuck is that? And he's like, yo, and like everybody, all the upper
Was it
belts
on
that
a
see,
lower belt, a white belt, what belt?
is like a new person. I don't remember what belt they were. I'm assuming really low.
First day at
No,
the
no, 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 no. Actually, the guy was like
gym.
a blue at least. He's a color belt. And then it gets up to ML, and they basically have like a little powwow in the office, and they're like, yo, man, you can't come here no more. We can't have that in here. Shorty, you can't, if you're gonna come train here, you can't be wearing a pink thong under your gi. Yeah.
etiquette, you know.
Yeah,
That's why you gotta have
etiquette.
uniforms.
Yes, that's why you
It's
gotta
like,
have uniforms.
did they tell him after training? Did they pull him off the mats? Do you
I
know?
do not recall. I heard the story ages ago. This was before I
Mm,
was, in the cut, so to
the,
speak.
the legendary pink song.
Yeah, that was pre me being there at HQ all the time. So
That
that's
should
the
be the title
story.
of this episode. There we go. The title of this episode, the pink thong, training etiquette.
Yeah.
Pink thongs and training etiquette. Who knows? Chapter.
Yeah. All right,
Yo,
Nico, what's your social media? Where can we find you? What are you trying to plug?
keep me
Keep it
on.
PG.
I do not have an OnlyFans. Thank you very much. Not yet. I do have a fake Twitter that none of y'all will ever be able to find, but you can follow me on Instagram at no new Nico. That's no, a little underscore, new, a little underscore Nico. And make sure to stop by favelajujitsu.com. Get your BJJ Goons merch, My Brother's Keepers hoodies. And normally Tim would drop his episodes, but I don't know why the hell he was laughing. I'm going to have to kill him after this show. So you won't be able to follow him after that. Bye. Peace. What is so funny, Tim?
You can find me at onlyfans.com/mushmaster. You can also find me at Tim Spurs BJJ on
you had new
Instagram and
news. That's why
Facebook.
you laughing.
No,
You
I don't
got
have
new news.
OnlyFans. That was a
Oh,
joke.
I
April
edit the
Fools.
episodes. Nobody's gonna hear that part. It's cutting out after OnlyFans.
You can find me at Tim Spriggs BJJ on Instagram or Facebook. You can also catch me at timspriggsbjj.com. Book a private lesson, book a seminar, book a match critique, even allow me to create your game plan for you, all at timspriggsbjj.com. And you can catch both of us at BJJ Goons Podcast on Instagram. We don't really run the Instagram. We have a intern that does that. So if anything is said and done on that page, it's not our fault. It's the intern's fault. Just to let you guys know. And with that, I must bid you adieu. This has been the BJJ Goons Podcast on behalf of No New Nico and the Mushmaster. Have a great week. See you next time. Peace.